I figured I'd throw that out there. I told him to go listen to the recent episode with the helicopter pilot. He's like, "Oh yeah, definitely go check that out." It was like riveting for me. I was like sitting at the edge of my seat when I was driving. I'm like, "Oh shit, he's about to get shot down." That was cool.
Yeah.
Got me excited.
And him to get into details on some of that shit, and then some of the shit he says, about, motherfuckers deserve to die, or kill them.
Yeah.
And
When he was like straight up talking about how he was shooting some fools from the Hummer he was sitting in after the crash. I'm like, God damn, that's gnarly.
Yeah.
It's just fucking crazy.
And I asked him too. I said, so everything you're saying, everything you said, you're cool. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Right. He said he had pictures of the crash site. Did you get any of those? I didn't see him in what you sent me. I don't know if he was like not allowed to share them or whatever it was.
I didn't ask him to send them to me.
Okay, gotcha. Just wondering.
No. I want to have him back on because we didn't really talk knives.
Yeah. We should have him and STA Blades on at the same time. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm going to. That we've been texting back and forth about that.
Nice.
So I'm lining them up. So I want to get a beef. I want to get a whiskey, an actual whiskey company to sponsor.
Yeah.
And a cigar company too. Even though I don't smoke.
Now you're talking my language.
I mean, that's everything that goes along with what we do.
Yeah, for sure. There's one of my customers. He comes in and like see me all the time. He brought me a few cigars from a local shop that they roll their own. Smoked one last night. It was real nice.
Is really nice.
Real nice.
Stogie, you got on the porch and look at the mountains?
Yes, sir.
Your big mountain abode there in Utah.
It's a pretty small abode, but big mountains around. It's beautiful right now, man. All the fall colors.
Yeah.
Gorgeous out there.
That way here too. It got real cold here too. Temperature just fell out of it. But I like it like this. This is my favorite time of year.
I like it. I just wish winter wasn't next. I ain't ready for it.
Well, your winter's a little different than our winter, so I can understand your regret on that, definitely.
Yep.
But Leadheads, you hear the voice, you know him, you love him. It's our beloved Evan Floodman, Flood Munitions, Grams.
What up, Leadheads?
So we're waiting on another party, but we're going to go ahead and start because there's no telling when he'll jump on. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. I'm not sure exactly when you're hearing this because I have several episodes that I got to get out prior to this. But as we're recording this, just so you have a reference of time, it's the 9th of October, and there's a lot going on right now. This weekend, Israel got attacked by Gaza, by Hamas.
Yo.
Look who we got here. You want to go ahead?
She was having a little meltdown.
Can
you say hi to my friends? Say hi.
Hi.
Well, there's no crying on my show.
I thought that would cheer her up.
Man, somebody doesn't want to be a movie star.
Are we live?
We are.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a pre-show thing. So I was like, yeah, you can sit with me for a second while I get on the phone with these guys.
No, we went ahead and started. I didn't know when you would be on.
Oh, gotcha. 9:01. I'm not too late.
No, you're fine. We started at 7:45.
Oh, well, I'm late.
It's okay. We just
fashionably late.
We just started. So I was introducing Evan to our listeners, my co-host tonight, Evan. Also joining us, you just heard, came in with a screaming baby there, and he wasn't beating his child. She just looked like she's ready to go to bed.
She didn't want to go to bed.
Danny Bronson with Dipstick. Were you Dipstick Designs now?
Dipstick Branding.
Dipstick Branding. That's what it is. I still want to call you Dipstick Hydrographics.
Call me whatever you want, buddy.
You're not doing it. Dipstick Dizzy Whizzle.
Late.
That's the old school name. You remember Dipstick Dizzy Wisdom?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're
Yeah.
still the only one that calls me that.
Well, Casey does too. He's the one who started it. Casey Griggs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You remember Casey?
I
need to
do.
get him on. It's been a while since Casey's been on the show. So the reason for the gathering of the three is we all three went to the Iraq Veteran 88. Sometimes I throw too many eights in there. I'll get it right this time. Range Day. I guess that's what they just call it, Range Day nowadays.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Used to be like YouTube thingy back in the day. This is their 11th annual one, right? Is that what it was? The 11th annual?
Yep.
And I've been to just about every one of them. I've only missed a couple throughout the years. I did the very first one. Is that the very first one? And compared to that, to where they are now, I mean, they have exponentially grown that thing. Especially keeping it a private event. You know, it's not open to the public. It's invite only kind of deal. So it's a good time. Good time. And that's kind of what we want to talk about today is our experience there, some things that we saw that were really cool. And of course, you know, we're going to chase squirrels and that'll take us down other paths and whatnot. But
you chase squirrels? Never.
I chase squirrels. But as you're listening
to
this, I said that there's probably going to be a couple of episodes behind here as far as posting. But Jim Shockey was our guest. So make sure you go back 1 or 2 episodes. Again, I don't know when this is going to drop, but great interview with Jim Shockey. He's got a new book out. And I got it right here. It's called Call Me Hunter. And it is a fiction book, a book of fiction. So you want to go back, listen to that interview. We talk about his book, his inspiration for the book, the recent passing of his beautiful wife. And we talk about his elaborate career in the outdoors industry. So I got to have a couple of hours with him, which I wasn't expecting to be able to have that much of his time. So he's very generous. It was a great interview. So if you haven't listened to that one yet, make sure you go back and listen to it, check it out. And then Evan and I were talking earlier about another guest that I had on, which this episode is out. It's a 2-parter. And we had Chief Warrant Officer Greg Coker, who was a little bird pilot during the Iraq-Afghanistan wars. 11 tours of duty, got shot down once. He tells a story about getting shot down, and he's into knife making too. So we talked a little bit about his knife making project. He's got a company that he set up called Blade for Brothers that helps veteran men and women, first responders come in, and basically it's a thing to keep them active, keep their hands working, and show them how to make knives. So that's pretty cool. He's got a whole new big facility there in Texas that he's set up. And I think Jared might be a part of that also. We had Jared with STA Blades on too. Not that episode, but we've had him on in the past. So
yeah, and what a cool idea.
Yeah, make sure you go back to those episodes, and we're gonna have both those guys back on again, and because I didn't get to talk as much knives as I wanted to with Greg, so we're gonna talk more knives because he's more of a novice. He's just kind of gotten into it, and he's learning a lot of new stuff. So for you new guys, he could give you some tips and tricks on some stuff that may help you cut some corners. So that's our past episodes. Make sure you go check those out. And then our sponsors, all our sponsors, go show them some love. Kel-Tec, go to Kel-Tec Weapons. And use these discount codes that I have set up for you guys. If you don't use them, we're going to lose them. You know how that works. You don't use it, you lose it. So go and show them that you appreciate the discounts that they're giving you, and use them. Buy their products. They've got a lot of great products out. Mission First Tactical. When we went to this Iraq vet thing, I had several of their bags, their new bags, their acro bags. Had this one. This is the 3L. This is the big one, biggest one that they have. I took that to the range day, and then I had the sling bag in the car that I was carrying my EDC and essentials and things like that. Evan got to see that. Of course, he's in his
Yep.
lap most of the time. We had a full boat, but we'll get into that. We'll get into talking about the Iraq Vet Range Day, but guys, you know what we got to do first. You hear that? You hear what's rolling in? I hear the train a coming. Up and down the train.
That's that jackwagon train, yo.
It's that jackwagon train. So Gunny, bring that train in. Let's take care of some jackwagons.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the talking lead jackwagon of the week, so brace yourself, baby.
So, like I said, this may be a little dated when you hear this, but at the time, these are our jackwagons. And
A lot of them. How'd you narrow it down?
it's hard. It's really hard to do. But do you want to start, Evan? You got a jackwagon? You see just to jump on this. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess I got a jackwagon.
okay.
So the event was awesome, but there was one thing that kept I think a lot of people were having some issues with, and it was the 50 cal right next to our booth with that giant ass brake. I love a 50 cal. I love it when I'm shooting it. But standing next to that thing, boy howdy, I kept blowing my hat off. Like damn near blew my ear protection off. Like that thing was gnarly.
I mean,
So-
literally, it was blowing people's hats off there.
Yeah, it literally was. I saw it happen a few times. I think that thing should have been put down towards the end of the range. Now, don't get me wrong, I love shooting a 50 cal, and I'm all about
Sure.
people shooting them.
Yeah.
But that was rough for a bit. So that would be, I think, I'm going to say the brake on that 50 cal was my jackwagon nomination.
Well, just the fact that they had a 50 cal in the middle of the shooting line is pretty stupid. It's just
it was a little rough.
It's just they either should have had it shooting prone, down below everybody, because people were like standing up, holding it, wanting to, be Hercules and show their muscles off and shooting it, and they're just making fools of themselves. But anyway, they should have had it. A couple others. What's that?
That particular 50 cal is actually softer to shoot standing up than it is shooting prone. I have the same one, and
it's not soft for your eardrums.
No, not at all. It's still no. I agree with Evan on the person shooting it right next to me. It was pretty painful. But just wanted to throw that out there. It is a little bit softer on the shoulder if you shoot it standing up.
Interesting.
I don't see how. Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Your body absorbs more of the recoil.
Maybe it's like the position of your shoulder that's up against that shoulder pad.
I don't know. The first time I did it was with Joe Moe. He goes, it's actually softer shooting it standing up. This was a few years back at Range Day when I brought mine up there. We did the side by side with the suppressed one, and I was like, "Oh, you're crazy." And then I tried it, and I was like, "Oh, it actually is." But I mean, the thing weighs 40 pounds, so it's rough holding it up there,
Yeah. But anyway, I agree. That was definitely a jackwagon move. And there was another, usually the CMMG, but they're usually down at the end. It's usually really loud, but they do have it down at the end on the right-hand side, typically.
Yeah.
I didn't go down there this year, but I heard it. I could still hear it.
The mutant.
Yeah, it was barking.
Yep.
What about you, Danny? You got any jackwagons?
We just talking about Range Day, or are we going the whole world?
It's wide open, brother.
Well, that's the problem. Let's just take the whole government, Congress, Senate, President, everybody. We'll just throw them all in there. I know you don't like to go political, so I'm just throwing them all under the bus.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything like in particular recently that's causing you to want to do that?
Pretty much at this point, every time any one of them opens their mouth, I'm just done.
Yeah. Well, as we're doing this, I mentioned earlier, I don't know if that was in my edit or not, but the Israel is at war with the Hamas, Palestine kind of deal, and that's an evolving story on what all's behind that and what's going on with that, whether we're going to get involved and who else is going to get involved. And
We are already kind of. We just released like $6 billion to the people who fund them, something like that.
6 billion, like 60
Yeah.
billion or something like. No, it was like 60 billion. Yeah, it's some ridiculous amount when we released their hostages. But supposedly, we didn't give them all the 60 billion at one. It's like if you win the lottery, you can take that annuity payment. I don't know if they gave them like, all right, if you take it all at once and you get, lump sum, it's going to be half that plus we got to take taxes out. And
hopefully they took a lump sum so they'll cut all the crap out and they already just blew their load. But
I don't know. It's kind of ironic though. All of a sudden they fire 5,000 missiles at Israel after they get a big windfall of money from the United States.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good situation. And whether we get involved or not, I don't know. I mean, how much money are we already throwing at Ukraine? Is there anything left to throw anywhere else? Are they just going to print more money out of thin air? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this on the show several times, and the money that we're giving to all these other countries should be kept right here at home, taking care of our people, our states. Hawaii, prime example.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, so here's another one, kind of getting into politics, but it has to do with firearms. So Republican Bernie Thompson introduces a bill to treat privately made firearms as terrorism.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking for my damn glasses. I don't know where
I have not heard this one.
No, me either.
I got to read this.
I'm already on that watch list though, so.
All right, I got to find my glasses. Stand by. Had them right fucking here.
Hey, family-friendly show. Now he's going to complain about having to edit that out.
What was the guy's name? Bernie?
Bernie something. Although I haven't heard this one either.
Yeah,
I've been so busy that I haven't been keeping up with politics much whatsoever. So nobody or anybody who fact checks me in the comments know that I'm already wrong.
Me too.
Okay.
He found them.
All right. U.S. Rep. Bernie Thompson. He's a Democrat from Missouri or Mississippi. MISS. That Mississippi? That's Mississippi. Introduce H.R. 5460, Bolstering Security Against Ghost Guns Act, that would treat privately made firearms, PMFs, as precursors to terrorist acts. The legislation would require the Department of Homeland Security to develop and publish plans to bolster security against threats posed by ghost guns. The bill would require Homeland Security to identify activities related to PMFs and approaches to improve information sharing and collaborations to improve prevention, preparedness, and response to Homeland Security threats, such as an act of terrorism or targeted violence associated with PMFs. Firearm regulation is the domain of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF, not Homeland Security.
Convenience store.
What?
I said should be a convenience store.
Yeah. There's also ATM, ATM, not Homeland Security. So this is an attempt to smear law-abiding gun owners who produce their own firearms for private use. Again, it's about control.
Yeah.
It's about control
100%.
and taking away our rights, our freedoms is all it's about. It's always been legal for you to make your guns privately at home, not have to register them, as long as you're not a business. You're not doing it to sell them.
Right.
Are they going to go after everybody who owns a 3D printer?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably outlaw them.
Yep.
Probably outlaw 3D printers just altogether because the potential to be able to print one.
It'll be a commercial use only type of thing.
Well, that or you got to register it and pay a tax on it, and then you can have a 3D printer. I mean, that's where they're headed with it. So this Benny, I think I called him Bernie. His name's Benny. Benny Thompson, Democrat, Mississippi. Jackwagon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jackwagon, right there.
I wonder how many pistol braces have been registered.
It's crazy how these homemade firearms, they're like, you know, it's a hobby thing. It's people like us who like to do stuff like that when it's, you know, criminals aren't taking the time to go out and 3D print. They're just, you know, getting them on black market. They're stealing them. They're doing whatever they want to.
Too much effort.
Acquire a gun. Yeah, exactly. It's too much effort. Yeah.
They're not going to do it. And they're not doing it. The ones that they're finding that don't have serial numbers have been scratched off.
Right.
There's another one here. You're not going to believe this either. Let me find it.
ATF says 250,000 guns registered under the pistol brace ban. So apparently some people comply.
Well, a lot of people wanted to get their SBRs free.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people did it. All right, so this is my last jackwagon here, and this is just you're going to shake your head. This has nothing to do with guns, but you'll get it when I read it. So leave it to California to agree with non-human rights project's crusade. The non-human rights project finally got their way. A local city council voted 4-1 to adopt a resolution to declare that elephants aren't just animals and instead deserve the legal rights of a non-human animal.
Yeah, that's
I can register my elephant as a service elephant?
Well, here's my question. Listen, guys, here's my question. What is a human animal? It's just a human.
Yes, I don't know. These people can't even define man and woman. What are we? How can they define this?
A non-human animal. So anything that's not a human has legal rights, is what they're doing. So this has been a long-term effort by the NHRP, one during which they've been smacked down by court several times. They've been on the receiving end of irritated and annoyed judges who were forced to listen to their arguments. Habeas corpus is a procedural vehicle intended to secure the liberty rights of human beings who are unlawfully restrained, not non-human animals. New York Court of Appeals Chief Judge Janet DeFiorio wrote in 2022. Judge Jenny Riviera piled on at the time too, asking about Happy the elephant that is cared for at the Bronx Zoo. If Happy is a person, does that mean that I couldn't keep a dog? I mean, dogs can memorize words. While they've lost their multiple arguments in courts thus far, NHRP finally got a small victory. Unsurprisingly, it happened in California. The OJAI City Council, is that Ouija? I don't know. OJAI City Council in California became the first city in America to recognize the legal rights of a non-human. The council passed by a 4-1 vote a resolution adopting the ordinance titled Right to Bodily Liberty for Elephants.
What in the hell? That means. So this is what are these California's tax dollars are going to? Fighting for elephant rights?
As media reported, the ordinance protects elephants' rights to liberty and prevents any person from stopping elephants from exercising their right to liberty. The measure was introduced last year by City Councilwoman Leslie Rule, who worked closely with the NHRP. Get this. Quote, "It isn't a joke," Rule stated. "Let's encourage society to evolve its basic understanding of its relationship to all non-human entities." NHRP, which pushes the personhood rights campaign, celebrated the vote too. For elephants and the non-human animal rights movements, we are proud to support the first of its kind ordinance, and we commend the OJAI City Council for standing up for what is necessary and just.
So what is this going to do for elephants? I don't understand. Are they not allowed
I am
to zoos
so
anymore?
confused.
Like,
They're targeting zoos. I mean, that's
okay.
the thing here. They're targeting zoos.
So they don't want us to see elephants in the zoo.
I mean, if they just want to release them into the wild, go for it.
Captivity, So anyway, these comments are not parody. The judge's earlier skepticism was repeated by some watching these most recent developments. Justin Baker, a political analyst who focuses on animal and wildlife related laws, is familiar with this group and their numerous previous attempts to garner non-human animal rights, including the court case related to Happy the elephant. Baker made the obvious observation here. You know that the law you are trying to push isn't good when you repeatedly have to say, this isn't a joke to the press. He said, I mean, you have plenty of California residents facing personal liberty violations. Those should have been dealt with first.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, it's entertaining. So
it's just really not. It's sad. This is just really, really sad that people put this much effort and time into something like this.
Does everybody agree that Mike Judge made a documentary, like a predicting what was going to happen when he made the movie Idiocracy?
Yeah,
I just watched that again for the other day. Love that thing. It's so good.
I love that movie. It's so good, but I get depressed too because every time you watch it, like you go every few years, it's like, oh, we're a little bit closer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Red Bull kind of is what was that drink called?
Oh.
They were doing Gatorade or something and everything.
No, it was
it wasn't Gatorade, but they had a name. It was something like
Bronson or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But like these monster drinks and stuff, that kind of what makes me think of those.
Brawndo. It's Brawndo.
Brawndo, that's what it was. Yeah. Brawndo.
It's what plants crave. Brawndo. Good stuff.
Great movie. So there's my jack wagons, California again. The freaking judges and people who let crap like this get through. You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile.
Yeah.
So,
no, it tracks in California.
Not going to stop. It's not going to stop at elephants. It's going to go outside of zoos, and it's going to get into, it's going to get into violating our hunting rights. So deer are non-humans, and they're going to say that they have a right, and so all the hunting is, they're going to. That's basically what they're going after. So
I think they'd have a hard time getting rid of hunting, in Tennessee or South Carolina.
Well, you say that, but idiocracy, baby.
Yeah.
Fair point. Fair.
So,
speaking of idiocracy, did y'all see that guy who tried to bring his emotional support alligator into the Phillies baseball game last week?
No. That's my
hero.
That is a real thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have not heard about that, but
I don't know what's worse, that they let him register a emotional support alligator, or that he tried to bring it into a baseball game. That had to have been a troll. As far as bringing it into the baseball game, I guess he figured, hey, I got it registered. I might as well see how far I can go with this.
Yeah.
So here's a NPR story on it. Wally, the emotional support alligator, went to see the Phillies. Then he went viral. An emotional support alligator walks into a ballpark and is asked to leave. That's the story that made headlines in recent days, thanks to a viral photo and video showing Wally, a 6 foot, 55-pound alligator wearing a harness and leash, and his human companion outside of Citizens Bank Park during the Phillies game on Wednesday night. See, we were not there to go to the ball game, said Henry. We were there to meet the players. And I was invited.
Have the pitcher pet him.
Well, hold on. He says, and I was invited. I didn't just show up. So
who invited him? The alligator?
I don't know.
The other team. Whoever they were playing.
To understand the backstory, you need to know, as Wally's myriad of local admirers and online fans do, just how beloved the 8-year-old alligator is already. Wally has more than 114,000 followers on TikTok and another 27,000 on Instagram. He's gone viral. Yeah, he got more than me. I've been doing this for. I've been on Instagram.
You need to get an alligator, man.
I need to get an emotional support. Something man eater. What's another man eater? They get like a bobcat or something like that. The
So
tiger.
many directions you can go with that.
Emotional. Give me an emotional supportive lion.
Good stuff.
I think that-
I mean, your pool is the right color for an alligator right now.
It is right now. Yeah, they would be right at home in my pool.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, send Marty some or send Lefty some chlorine tablets. Apparently,
That or an alligator.
or an alligator. Oh gosh, if you get an alligator in the mail, that would make my year.
I'd be happy about it.
So after hearing the rave reviews, the team invited Henry and Wally to Philadelphia, which is about 2 hours away from where they live in Harrisburg. Henny said they were there to watch the game, but weren't there to watch the game, but meet the players. By the time they got to the stadium, the players are already preparing for the game. Since they were already there, his friend figured she'd buy them tickets to watch, but she didn't ask about the rules for emotional support animals. So you can. I'm not going to read this whole story, but
Obviously, I didn't read past the headline.
Yeah. So they were invited. I mean, they didn't just show up and willy nilly. Hey, my emotional support alligator. There you go. He's my hero. What's his name? Joey Henny, and his support alligator. What's his support alligator? It was called Wally. There you go. I want to get a shark. That's going to be my emotional support animal.
Can't
You
walk
carry
around with a
around an
shark.
aquarium.
Great
Yeah, there
white
you go.
shark. Yeah, I'm gonna big semi, turn it into an aquarium and take him everywhere.
Freaking laser beams on him.
And let the NHPR come after me and say he's got rights. So, y'all got any other heroes?
I got one.
Yeah, who's your hero?
So from the range day weekend, our buddy Hal, which I know a lot of the audience won't know, but he's the fine gentleman who put us up over the weekend, and he was a super nice guy, very generous with his abode, and I very much appreciate that man. So he's my hero, Mr. Hal.
Hal was a good dude, and talk about that boat. You got to take it a little.
Yeah. Oh man, I love boats. So he had a '68 Mastercraft, little flat bottom with a direct drive, and he rebuilt the whole thing. Took me out Friday night on that thing, and I was like grinning ear to ear, man. I love boating. Let me drive it around. Well, I can't remember the name of that lake. Danny, do you know that? Hartwell. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Oh man, loved it. So that was the highlight of my trip. I mean, I love shooting machine guns, don't get me wrong, but boating is just one of those things I don't get out and do very often. So that was a ton of fun.
This 6-hour ride down with me wasn't the highlight of your.
We haven't gotten to that part yet.
6 hours back, so like 12 hours. We were together in a car. Evan and I got to know each other really good.
Oh yeah, real good. Dude, all those apple orchards, I couldn't believe it. Backwoods of Georgia, like those back roads were the best, man. That was definitely a really cool part. I thought Georgia was a peach state, but apparently they're an apple state. So who'd have known?
That part apparently is.
Yeah.
I grew up in Georgia. I've seen more peach farms here in South Carolina than I ever did in Georgia.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It was gorgeous, man. I mean, I'm used to, like high desert out here in Utah, big mountains and, aspen groves and whatnot. It's beautiful. But back there, it was just like so lush, so green and thick forests, all those apple orchards. It was beautiful. I was definitely blown away.
So my hero is Hammer.
Yeah.
Keltec Hammer, because he cooked every meal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
Hammer is
sir.
an excellent cook. And the great thing about Hammer is he's got a story. He's got never-ending stories, for one.
God.
But he had some great stories. So we got to listen to Hammer's stories as he was cooking. But none of the stories we can repeat on that.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I didn't want to hear any of them while I was eating either, but I did.
Yeah.
Didn't have a choice on that one.
He has no filter.
How was it what was that method they used to cook the steak with that like water heater?
Sous vide.
Sous vide. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that was delicious.
Yeah, sous vide is definitely the way to cook your steak nowadays.
Have you ever heard of that, Danny?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't familiar with it. I've never seen it before, but I was
Yeah,
impressed.
we've done it a few times. We like to reverse sear our steaks, so we'll smoke them to about 110 degrees, then throw them on the cast iron, like real hot, for about a minute on each side.
Yep.
Some butter, done.
That's what they did with these. They put them in the sous vide, and however long they cooked, you can cook them for as long as you want. It's not ever going to overcook them because it keeps it as steady, like 125 or whatever in the water. And then he fired up his egg, got it good, smoky and hot, and then threw them on there and seared them. Did a little Pittsburgh style. Got them charred on the outside. It was really good.
Definitely a good way to go.
And speaking of beef and steaks, ladies and gentlemen, our newest sponsor, Whiskey River Beef. Make sure you go check them out, whiskeyriverbeef.com. I know that a lot of you have been emailing me saying that he's been out of a lot of stuff. He got hit real hard with a bunch of orders, but he's got more being processed. So check the website or just shoot him a message, let him know what you want, and then he can put back whatever it is that you might be wanting. But he does eighths and quarters and halves and wholes also. So you can go in with a buddy, bring a friend. You guys could split a cow and stock up for the year.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. So go check them out at whiskeyriverbeef.com and give them a like, a follow on Instagram. It's at Whiskey River Life. And let him know, just leave a little comment on there that you're a lead head. You heard about him here on the Talking Lead podcast. And we've got some giveaways and stuff coming from them too, so stay tuned.
Beef.
Good American dude. I spent about half an hour on the phone with him today.
That's right.
Very patriotic. Very patriotic. Not going to disclose what all we talked about, but he's got some good stuff coming.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Danny's our swag guy. He does our hats and our t-shirts. As our video audience can see, the hat that I'm wearing, this was in the giveaway. So the winner of our big Talking Lead Friends giveaway got the hat, and then Evan's wearing the shirt.
Yeah. This thing's so comfortable.
Oh yeah.
Shirts right there.
Yeah, Talking Lead has the most comfortable t-shirts. And then Danny made this one for me for wintertime. It's a long sleeve. I got my thing over it right now, but you got a shop set up for us, don't you, Danny?
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working. We're going to do a website shop, but in the meantime, you guys can go to Danny's website. And Danny, what's your website?
For you, it's dip123.com/collections/talking-lead. I got a few things up right now. I'm so far behind in web work. Don't judge me on the website right now.
That's okay. We're going to make it easier for you. We got it coming. We're just going to have a shop on my website to where you guys can just go to my website and you're going to be able to get all the stuff that we offer our dump trays from Mission First Tactical with their logos, our hats, our t-shirts. Danny's going to be doing all these for us.
We need AK corner mags.
We're gonna do
AK
another batch
mags.
of the AK corner mags. Evan was able to scooch him one while he was here at the lead quarter. Show it to him.
I'm a big fan of this one. Oof.
So we got some U.S. Palm mags done up with the AK corner logo, and we did was that movie Red Dawn theme?
Yeah.
Wolverines.
Calman High.
Right, Caveman High. I had one back here somewhere, but I moved all my shit around, Evan.
Yeah, it happens.
I don't know where all my stuff. I don't have anything readily able to grab right now. So that's coming. So stay tuned. Going to make it easy for you lead heads to get
Get
your
swag.
talking swag. Represent. And we represented at the IV 88 range day. Danny had his Talking Lead shirt on. Yeah, Junior had his shirt on. I liked his because he had a little chest logo and he had it on the back also. That was kind of
That's cool.
digging that. And then Evan had the one we did at NRA.
Yep.
Had the
Kel-Tec
Kel-Tec
and
on the front
Talking
and
Lead on the back.
Talking Lead on the back, and I had that shirt on that you're wearing.
Yep.
Didn't I? Isn't that the shirt I had on?
Yeah. Well, not this exact one.
No, not the exact one. No.
Doesn't smell like you. which is good.
I
It
smell
was
some
hot
good.
out there, man. That was a hot range day.
It was.
So I was
It's
burning
been
up a little
hotter.
bit. Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as some years, but I was really excited when we pulled up because I glanced at the forecast and it was like high as 75 or something like that, and it was
Yeah.
like 88. So
Yeah, it was
fake
90
news.
anything.
It got hot, but
I
Yeah.
should
it
have
has
put on
been
those
worse.
Miami Vice shorts. I picked up those Miami Vice shorts from Green Wolf Tactical. I should have slapped those on. Those things are riding high.
You got some pictures posted on your Instagram of that, don't you?
Yeah. Looking like a
Got you
goofball.
Ranger panties on or something?
Yep. Yeah, man, that was a good time.
It was a good time, and there was a lot of companies out there.
Yep.
Keltec obviously was there. Fostech was out there. Mean Arms was there. The ladies from what's the name of that? Steyr? It's not Steyr. It's
Uh,
Stern.
Star.
oh yeah, Stern Defense. Yep,
Yeah.
Stern Defense. Looking at the picture right now.
Steyr was a sponsor, but I don't know. Were they out there?
I don't know if you see that picture.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
little
it's not.
blurry.
Yeah, it's not focusing. But Stern Defense. No, Steyr wasn't out there, but like AGM had the Steyr AUG, which that thing sliced my finger open, dude. I was shooting their AUG, and after I laid down a few rounds with their thermal vision, I racked the bolt back, and my finger caught the edge of that pick rail, dude. Just instantly started bleeding.
Yeah, I didn't want to see. They had duct tape all around it. It was duct taped. I was like, probably not the safest gun to shoot. So
left some DNA on that one.
let's see who else was out there. Monster Drinks was out. So, speaking of idiocracy and Brawndo, or what's
You spent a lot of time at that tent.
I drank about 4 or 5 of them that day. I sure did. Then they were good too.
You were smelling colors.
Let's see who else was out there. Canic was out there. Bersa was out there, and we're gonna get Bersa on to talk about. They've got a new 1911.
Dude, that thing was sick.
And the AR that they talked about during NRA, or was it SHOT Show? It was SHOT Show, wasn't it? Had them on. So they got a new AR. And damn it, I forgot to go shoot it. I shot the 1911, but I forgot to shoot the AR.
Oh yeah, I shot that 911. That thing was smooth. That was gorgeous too. It was all polished, looking real nice.
Yeah, really dug their 1911. Olight was out there. Saw a couple of their pistol lights that I really like, so I'm going to get in touch with those guys. Who else was out there?
Stoger. I talked to those guys for a while. They had some pretty cool pistols set up. They got their new TAC Ops pistol. It was pretty slick. Check that one out. Battle Arms Development. Talked to that guy. That dude's pretty cool. Darwin. Hung out with him for a minute. Let's see. I really like the Mean Arms. That whole design they've got going on with those.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Bugs.
Yeah, the ball bearing design that they've got. The guy who had the compensator built into the barrel.
I keep forgetting his name, man.
And I don't see them on this list, but it was like a number. It started with
pictures.
They gave me a card, but it's Media Powers is Malia Powers. It's their marketing, powermarketing.com, and he didn't put his company name on here. His name is Scott Rolfe. And but I shot that thing full auto, and I just had it sitting in the palm of my hand, and it just stayed flat. Shooting it full auto.
So it's they drill the holes into the barrel, right? That's what.
Yeah, it's the barrel that's compensated, and then they've got these rings or something that they put over it. I don't know. So we got to get that guy on and talk more about that design. He showed it to us. And then Zeke was there with MGS Trade School.
Yep.
So we got to see the Squatch. Got to hang out with him. We might be doing some more stuff with him in the future. I don't know. There was a lot of company. I didn't get to see everybody that was out there. There was there was a new AR company that was there. Do you remember that company?
I don't recall any newer AR brand companies.
Mitchell Defense. Mitchell Defense is what they were called.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a newer AR company. They just make ARs. Didn't get to shoot theirs. I don't think they had them out on the front line. They might have, but didn't shoot those. And then the Men 2A guys were out there, and they had some cool pistol mags, and they had a SCAR mag.
Yep.
They're doing a SCAR mag. So for you leadheads who have scars, you might want to check them out for their SCAR mags. But yeah, let's talk about the main stuff, because that's kind of was the, I guess, most impressive thing that I saw out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what an interesting design. You know, it's cool that they're able to take something that's just being used worldwide with your standard AR platform, and then just turn it into a ball bearing locking design, which is, similar to a delayed roller blowback, but using different mechanisms. I mean, I don't know the science behind it. They're mad scientists over there designing that stuff, but
there's a lot of math that goes into it.
Oh, absolutely.
The bearing delay upper receiver is what they're calling it.
So it uses the bearings to lock into place, which is similar to like a straight pull, like a bolt action straight pull, right? Those use bearings to lock into place. So pretty cool idea.
So you can go to their website, and for our viewing audience, I'm pulling it up here. It's meanarms.com, and it's 9mm. So it's designed for 9mm. And I think they've got some pictures, but it was really cool. Here's a picture of it right here, how it just easily breaks down too.
Yep.
It just twists, and then you pull it out, and then you can take all the components of the bolt apart.
Well, and a big advantage to that, or to delayed roller blowback, is suppressing it, right? Because suppressing a delayed roller blowback is always going to be really smooth. So using this ball bearing design, it's going to be a much smoother suppressed firearm. And then the fact that they're switching, they're using AR mags, but they're switching the follower around to where you can still use the AR mag but run 9mm. Very smart.
That's that thing that they gave me, and this is what's really cool, is they've got this insert that you can take your innards of your AR mag and drop this, they call it endo mag in. It converts your 30-round Magpul 5.56 P mag generation 2 or 3 to a 9mm.
Yep. And then I remember him saying you can trim it to where I think it comes to where it's California compliant, and then you just cut off a little plastic to where it's, freedom compliant, 30 rounds, baby. But it's a cool idea. I think it's great that people are getting out there, innovating, and creating new product like that. I think that's what we need to see.
Yeah. I'm going to play this video right here. I think this shows it in action. Of course, it's not letting me make it bigger.
Yeah, a little slow mo of the 9mm casing ejecting. Gotta love that slow mo.
Using their roller delayed system there.
I think I've got a couple of videos of you mag dumping that thing though.
You post those up. But yeah, that was kind of the main thing for me, was seeing that then in action. But they've got it in a 4.5 inch, 7.5 inch, 11 inch, 14.5 inch, and 16 inch. And this just fits on your AR lower. So again, you don't have to buy any special mags. You just get this converter thing that they've got, and these drop in. And it says P mags. I haven't tried them in the Mission First mags yet, but I'm assuming they'll probably fit in those just fine. But yeah, check this out. I got to get in touch with these guys and see if I can't try one of these out.
Yeah.
Get a little more trigger time behind them. But that's my big thing that I saw there. I really liked that. I was impressed with that. What about you guys? What else impressed you, Danny? What'd you see? And you had your boy there. Was this his first time going?
Second.
His second time. He got to shoot the big cannon this time.
Yeah, Yeah, that
so
was
cool.
that was the highlight of for us was that cannon. Last year he's kind of at that age. He's 10 now, so he was like just a little bit too big where it was hard for me to like really help and support him like when he was getting on the full autos, so it was getting a little sketchy. And so we kind of tailored back on that. Last year when he was smaller, it was easy for me to wrap around him and make sure that everything was good. His first year responsive, because that was the first time he'd ever gone shooting.
Yeah.
I never pushed shooting on him. I mean, I love shooting, but I never pushed it on him because I didn't want it to become a chore. And he finally, last year before we went, he goes, Dad, I want to go shooting. I was like, well, guess what? Let me call Lefty and see if we can get another pass. And and so his first time shooting was that full auto was Centuries, the AP9 or something like that. So the first gun he shot was full auto.
They're 9mm roller delayed.
Yeah. And so he got to shoot a few of those, and he got to shoot the cannon, and so now he's officially shot a larger caliber gun than I ever have. But yeah, so that was they're my heroes. If you want to go back to that segment, for letting him come and experience all the guns he did get to shoot, and getting to shoot the cannon was just really cool and really fun.
Yeah, Eric and Brandy are really in the gang out there. They really put on a really good event, and it gets a little outrageous and crazy because they got so many people out there, and it's hard to reel everybody in and get the excitement down. But
Eric did that when that one person was shooting the steel too close.
Yeah,
He kind of tamed everybody down real quick.
Yeah, well, you get the novices out there again. They don't know how to act, and they've never been around that kind of stuff before. It happens. It happens.
Sure.
Now, my second favorite thing was shooting the clays with the KS7.
Yeah, you're slaying them.
Dude, I didn't miss a one. That thing was so smooth to shoot, so controllable.
It was funny. Everybody next to you was using these shotguns with 30-inch barrels, and
I know.
we're like trying to hit them. You're over here with your 18.5-inch KS7, just bull pumping those things down. Like, that was rad. I was all about that. That crazy quail system's pretty cool, though. I need one of those on my deck.
Yeah, I wonder what those are going for.
Oh, I'm sure they ain't cheap. These things are running off iPads, so they're expensive.
Yeah, anything runs off Apple doo-doo. I don't want it. They can keep their stupid little clay thing.
But yeah, that was cool watching you take those clays down.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yep.
What about you, Evan? What was your highlight?
Overall just being there, but getting to meet everybody. There's a few people out there that I was always wanting to meet. Some of them YouTubers, getting to talk with them for a little bit. Like Jared from Guns and Gear. He does like a lot of political stuff though, but he's always keeping people up to date. So it's cool meeting him. Got to meet Johnny B. Let's see what else.
You got to meet Eric, didn't you?
Yeah. Talked to Eric for a little bit, so that was really cool. Eric and Chad and Brandy. Thanked him for putting on the event, which was, putting on Shootah, helping with all that. I know what goes into those events, and it's not an easy thing to do. So it's nice to be able to speak to that level with them. One of the guys, I've got a bunch of cards here. Ryan from SimTech hooked me up with a cigar. So thank you, Ryan. I love me a cigar, especially a Saturday night after the event, a little tequila, some steak, and a cigar. So that made my night. Those SimTech guys are pretty cool. But yeah, man, just that whole event, just the vibe everybody's putting out there. Everybody's, super generous. You need something, they're there for you. And the community, I think that's a big part of it for me. But watching your son shoot that cannon was super cool, dude. Standing right there, seeing that thing get loaded up with that projectile, dude, that thing was gnarly. It's like a fist-sized projectile. I don't even know what the caliber was, but watching.
He said it was 1.5 pounds. It had a muzzle velocity of like 42,000 at the muzzle or something crazy. It was
wild.
I just like how he goes, all right, the cannon's going to roll back just a little bit, but so don't let it scare you. And it rolls back like 4 feet.
Yeah.
About blows them over.
That was funny.
Dude, yeah, that was epic.
We got a great
Boy, do that.
Polaroid of it. It's posted up on the on the Insta.
Oh, he was also happy that he was Instagram famous after you posted up the clip of him shooting it.
Hell yeah. No, people were all about that. They're like, that cannon moved, but I mean, he handled it well. You know, he jumped back.
Oh yeah.
Nothing happened. So, yeah, that was wild. I thought at first, in the first Mad Minute when he launched the cannon, I thought he was just doing like a powder charge. I didn't know he actually loaded the thing up with a projectile. It was gnarly, dude.
That's what I told him. He was like,
I was gonna say, what'd y'all think about the Mad Minute?
Loud.
It was fun. Yeah, it's very loud.
Yeah, so that's how they kick off the event. I mean, we do the national anthem and all that. Some guy sang the national anthem. He thought he was
Yep.
a rock star. I don't know, but
he may have been, Marty. You don't know if he really was.
He very well may have been. I don't know. It's just over the microphone and those acoustics. It wasn't doing him any favors, but did it, and you know I appreciate that and respect that. So and then we kick it off. Every year they kick it off what's called the Mad Minute, and just everybody grabs a gun, ammo, magazines, walks up to the line, and then just unleashes out on the range. And they've got steel targets set up. They've got miscellaneous little targets set up that have, and I don't know what they had in them, tannerite or if they had Firebird
pumpkins. They had like pumpkins out there. Then they had the
pinatas.
Pinatas, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was awesome. There's always something there that you can blow up and have a good time with. So.
Yep.
And then they go like an hour, like around lunch or after lunch. I can't remember where it was. It was just suppressors, just silencer shooting.
Yep.
So they did that. That was fun. And then I think the night before, Friday night, that's, everybody's getting there and they have like a little cookout and they do a night shoot. And we missed that.
Yeah.
Because we had to go eat lasagna.
Yeah. Oh, man, that lasagna. Whoo, buddy, that was good. Plus, I got to go for a ride.
Hal's wife is my hero. That's who my hero is. Because she had all that stuff prepared for her. She had the twice baked potatoes.
Oh my
gosh, those things were so good. Homemade lasagna. She had a big pan of homemade lasagna fixed for her. And she wasn't there, but she had all this stuff pre-made for us.
Yeah.
It was so amazing. And then
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and then those steaks were just unbelievable.
Yeah, phenomenal. I was gonna say the night shoot we did miss out on, but I know for AGM what they did at Shootah, they set up all these giant cardboard boxes and then they use gel blasters, and the gel blasters have thermal scopes on them, and you run around, you got your like eye protection on, and it's like typically 3-on-3, and you use the cardboard boxes as like cover, and you're just shooting the other team with gel blasters with thermal vision, and it is wild. Like, it is a rush. I mean, paintball, airsoft, that's fun, but when you can't see anybody unless you're looking through the scope and you see their like their foot underneath the table, or yeah, dude, we didn't go for it at IV88, but at Shootah they did that, and it was really, really cool. So AGM's definitely got a cool little event they do with those thermal vision scopes and gel blasters. I think they're like the Noveski branded gel blasters, but if you guys haven't ever tried shooting your buddies with one of those, they're a ton of fun, because it's like airsoft. Airsoft could definitely.
The paintball? Is that what it is? Paintball?
So gel blasters, yeah, he's got a gel blaster there. It's like a tiny little. It's the same size.
It's like those Orbeez.
Yeah.
It's like those little Orbeez things. You have to hydrate them.
Yeah, you soak them in water.
Put it up to the camera.
It's kind of hard. There are a bunch of them in there.
Yeah, those mags hold like a few hundred or whatever.
It's like fish eggs.
Yeah, exactly. They look like fish eggs. And when they hit you, they don't hurt. It's just a fun thing to like shoot your buddies with. And yeah, most of them full auto.
Fun time, right?
Oh yeah. I just let my son run out in the yard, and I just sit there and just.
Good for your reflexes, son. Keep running.
Yeah.
Was that what was that movie where the dude threw the horseshoes at him? Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Yeah.
You can
You can
dodge a
dodge a
wrench, you
wrench
can
and-
dodge a ball.
He's throwing wrenches at them. Hilarious.
Yep.
But yeah, it was
So,
a
yeah.
good time. Really enjoyed it. And then they did it on Sunday too. We didn't go back Sunday. A lot of the vendors were just doing it the one day.
Yeah. From
And,
people I talked to, Sunday sounds like most people left around noon, and it was just really calm, so much less attendees, which was sort of nice for some of the vendors to be able to speak more personally to, I'm sure, some of the people out there. So
yeah,
I think it's suppressor only up until close to noon at least anyway, because there's a few churches nearby.
probably some kind of
gotcha.
sound ordinance or something like that.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, got to see Carrie with We the Female.
Yep.
Letos and
Talked to her a little
Shotguns
bit.
was there. The Tactical Oompa Loompa, Alicia
Yep.
was there. What's her IG name?
Boomstick, right?
Boomstick. Yeah, Boomstick
Yeah.
was there. Mark Choppa was there.
Yeah. It's cool seeing him.
Got to see him again. It's good seeing Mark.
What was it? NOC, the real NOC?
Oh yeah. Kevin Dixie.
Yeah. Yep. He's a cool dude.
Kevin, he was smooth. Yeah, I loved his shirt he had on. Kevin
Yeah.
Dixie. Jay the Shooter. Got to see Jay again. He was one of the guys that we did the lockdown event with. Good seeing him again. Who else was there? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that weren't there that are normally there too, that I didn't see.
Cycle through probably.
But yeah, I mean that's the reason I like going, is just to see everybody and hang out, have a good time. And there's companies like Mean and I wish I could remember the name of the company that had the barrel.
Yeah, I was just looking through my photos. I got plenty of photos of the brake and the barrel, but
Yeah, me shooting it.
none of the brand.
Well, they didn't do a very good job of advertising them there.
Yeah.
Ray Brand with Hyperion Munitions was part of that, so I'll get in touch with Ray and see if I can't get more information. But I don't see because you've got the technology in brakes these days and compensators are so good. I just don't know why you would want to do that to the barrel.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you could put a can on there. I didn't talk to him about being able to suppress it with those.
Well, the
barrel.
threads are below the ports in the barrel. So if you could find a can that would work with those threads, you should be able to suppress it. But I just speculating here.
Yeah, I don't think so. I didn't ask him about it either, but it did shoot smooth. I will give it that.
It did. Yeah.
And I would look it up on the internet right now, but I don't know the name of the company. And they're not on this sheet anywhere that I can see. They must have just snuck them in. I don't know. I don't know.
If you're listening, email talkingled@gmail.com. So,
Scott,
Send him an alligator.
send me a emotional support man-eating animal.
Yeah.
Be my pet.
A couple other people I got to see and hang out with was DLD After Dark. I like that dude. I've talked a lot on YouTube. He's a good feller. My buddy Justin from AGM. So those are the guys with the thermal vision with the AUG that sliced my finger open. That was cool seeing them. I was stoked to meet the CMMG guys. And I only shot one of their machine guns. It was their little 22 full auto, but that was fun doing a little quick mag dump with that. So definitely a cool experience. My buddy with Green Wolf Tactical, he was at Utah and he travels around the country with all of his merch. He's the one with that like Miami Vice camo shorts that I got. Super cool guy, Green Wolf Tactical. He does all sorts of merch, so that was cool seeing him. Had no idea he was going to be there, so kind of fun seeing him. And then just chilling with the boys from Keltec, Chad, Matt, and Hammer. Those guys are very based and just fun to kick it with. And then good meeting you, Danny. Like I hear about you all the time, and it's nice to be able to finally put a face to dipstick branding. So appreciate the opportunity to meet you. So yeah, overall, man, that was such a cool experience. Can't wait for next year.
glad you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. Even the car rides with Lefty.
We had some good times in the car. Got to go to Bojangles.
Bojangles. Mm-hmm. Get some Southern fried chicken. Yes, sir.
Got some biscuits and.
Did you have a few pit stops, huh?
Yeah.
No, it stuck with us pretty good. I had the chicken and biscuit and steak, but they had two for one on the steak and biscuit, so I had to get those too.
Yeah, his eyes are bigger than his stomach. I had to finish it for him.
Well, I mean, old girl to check out. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
Chicken and biscuit and a steak and biscuit. She goes, you
Man,
want the 2 for 1 on the steak and biscuits? I was like, you gotta ask. Of course I did.
that Southern accent, man. I'd marry that woman right there on the spot. I don't care what she looks like.
Yeah. Crack
Had
teeth.
me going. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And we'll stop in next year, see if she's still there. She'll probably be manager then.
I hope so. Wife
She was nice. She was nice.
Very nice.
I'm being bad. She was very nice. I'm being an asshole.
Naturally.
All right. So anything else about the event? You think anybody would be interested in hearing? That's kind of the highlights.
Yeah, man, definitely the highlights.
Just watch go to the Instagram. We got some pictures. You got some more you're going to post up? You got anything?
Yeah, I keep meaning to post more. I'm just being lazy.
Post them up. Quit being lazy. They want to see this.
All right.
Post
that. Yeah, Danny, I sent you a bunch of pictures too. I don't know if you got them or not, but pictures and videos. So.
You did?
Yeah, it's through your Instagram.
Oh.
Check it out.
Check that.
Yeah.
Go check your Instagram.
Yeah, man. Got some cool swag, you know. Mean Arms sent you got the mag, I got the takedown pins. That was cool.
But talk about those takedown pins.
Well, I mean, there's not much to say. Take AR-15 takedown pins if you're doing a little AR build.
Takedown pins?
Yeah, I think they're just standard. Well, they do have I don't know why, but it says the hole on the end makes installation and removal quick. There you go. Everybody likes a quick hole, so.
Yeah, you don't have to sit there and push down the spring. You just slide it in and it pops in that way. Smart.
Sliding in the DMs. Yeah, no, cool. I love little free swag like that. Got some good stickers. You know, this was like the theme. The little, I don't know what she's
Barbie.
supposed to be, but yeah, I guess a Barbie IV-88 chick. It's cool. You know, everybody loves stickers and stuff. I like to send that out to some homies.
Yeah.
Share the love.
Swag. Everybody loves a little swag.
Speaking of, sure.
Hey, Danny, you want to give away a T-shirt?
Sure.
You'll give away a Talking Lead T-shirt?
Sure.
All right, so I've been encouraging everybody to follow us on Rumble. Rumble. We started a Rumble account.
Yep.
And let's go there and let's pick a winner from people who have followed on Rumble. I think I can pull that up.
Followers on Rumble?
I think you can. Let me see. Maybe I got to do it on the app, the phone here. I don't get notifications. They let me know when people are following. I go there and there's like the whole list of body, all you lead heads. But while I'm doing this, go ahead and pull up the Rumble account. And if you aren't following, follow. Because I told you this before. We're going to go, we randomly go and don't know where we're ever going to pick winners from. Look there. That's not it.
Just never know. Talking lead, right? That's what it's called, talking lead.
Yeah. Talking lead. Was it you that I was telling about? I got this email from this guy.
Yes. Yeah. He thought you were like a talk show. Wanted to push his political.
I thought it was like for a business, yeah, for generating leads and stuff.
Yep.
Begging me to be on the show. I was like, dude, you obviously haven't listened to the podcast.
I think you should just have him on, do like a punked version.
I should.
Anyways,
like an
what's your
hour
stance on
in.
the Second Amendment? I can't see. I'm on Rumble, but I can't see your followers.
Yeah, I could. Rumble's just, I mean, they got to really tighten it up, but it's really, they don't filter there. You know, they let you post your stuff and it's there and you can monetize it if you want to. You don't have to. I don't think I'm like monetizing anything. I just post it up. So it's just a
Right.
place to go. Trying to do away with YouTube. I'm still posting stuff on there for you diehard YouTubers, which I wish you would just get away from it.
It's hard, man. It's real hard.
Why? Why is it so hard to get away from it? Just stop
Because
watching it. Just stop
they
watching
have
it.
the silly dancing videos.
Just stop watching it. Go to Instagram. Can't you watch silly dancing things on Instagram?
Yeah, I do all the time.
How do you have so much free time?
I don't.
He watches it at work. What are you talking about?
My free time is soaked up by stupid dancing videos, apparently. Whatever they call them, cat dancing, right?
I have no idea. That's how out of touch I am.
Okay, so I used to be able to look and see, and now it's not letting me. So we may have to do a different way.
How about your most recent follower?
Danny, hey!
Hey!
And the winner is Danny Bronson.
Give yourself a t-shirt, Danny.
Trinity, I swear to God, I used to click on notifications and it was just, they were all right there. Now it's not giving me dick.
Well, that's why everybody goes to YouTube.
So you can be banned and
Yep.
squelched for your free speech and
Shadow banning is the new hotness.
have to go and oh, I'm sorry, you can't monetize that. There's somebody made a claim on because you used something that sounds similar to something they did.
Oh yeah, all of your.
How about
videos
that? How about if they comment on Rumble on whenever you post this up? Pick a commenter or something. It looks like it shows you who says something.
Okay, that's a good idea, Danny. Let's do that. So when I post this video on Rumble,
Or any video, pick a random one.
oh, this one, it's going to be this one.
Gotta be.
Okay, this one then.
It's going to be this one. And for those who know, I don't put the audio podcast and the video podcast out at the same time. So it'll be, once you hear the audio, the video usually drops about a week or so after. So that's how it works. That's how I do it. So be looking for it. And then leave a comment, and that's where we're going to pick the winner for the t-shirt. I'll just go through there randomly and pick somebody. How's that?
But don't tell him you need a double XL because he's gonna tell you need an XL. But you were
Okay,
right. XL fits fine.
I was completely right. I mean, a large would fit on you. I don't know why you're going 2XL, man. You like want to
Yeah,
dress something.
Yeah, I gotta cover the man.
I mean, when I'm told Thursday evening to make shirts for Friday, I mean, I kind of got to go with what I have. Yeah, it's
right.
I didn't have a good shirt that.
No, he's talking about me, Danny. He's talking about me.
Yeah.
I was telling him. He was like, I need a
On the
2XL.
phone.
I was like, dude, you're not 2XL.
No, you're not.
Unless you're going to wear it for a night shirt. You know.
Yeah, nightgown, bro.
Is that a
cover up.
Utah thing where 2 sizes too big?
Well, we gotta double insulate during the winter time up here. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we have to have 3 layers under your t-shirt. You do need a 2XL.
Yeah.
It's all right. It'll stretch and then it'll go back. That's the
Right.
good thing about that material. It's like the memory foam in the Kraken cases.
It's cracking. Oh, good stuff.
Crack-a-lackin'. So I've got those here. The oh wow, I kind of
Look at you.
covered that. With.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They gotta start
fancy.
printing on that foam.
They
That's
can
real
print on.
nice. Oh, can they?
And they started doing different colors of the foam too, so you can choose different colors of the foam now too. It's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
They've got like a talking lead green that you can choose too. So
We lost
we lost
Danny.
Danny.
He gone.
I had enough of this bullshit. So
Yeah. Can't blame him.
but I mean, I think we're about done anyway.
Yeah.
We just want to
Little
give
bit
you guys an update on the Iraq Vet event that we went to. Thought you might be interested in hearing a little bit about what was going on, since it is a private event. But everybody posts stuff, so you can go and probably hashtag IV88 range day or something like that, search and find all the videos and stuff that people posted up. And
Yep.
Evan's going to get into our archives and post up a few more things.
Yep. Just gotta
But
get up
his-
my lazy ass.
His magical touch to him. But again, in the meantime, go and visit our sponsors. All our sponsors. Mission First Tactical. Go to Mission First Tactical. Use code LEADHEAD, 20% off. That's anything there. Their magazines, their drinkware. But you didn't you get a drinky drink while you were here, Evan?
No, I didn't. I didn't have room. Fit
Oh.
in my bag. Next
Okay.
time.
You got one.
But I've got one of their little thermoses that I use for coffee.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I love it. People are always
Holster.
like, what is that thing?
Tactical holsters, their AR magazines, their AR-10, AR-15, and their furniture. So they've got the hand guards, they've got the grips, they've got the butt stocks, the minimalist butt stocks. I love those. I've got
Yep.
2 builds that I'm still haven't got to. Want to do that 458 SOCOM. Still on my list.
Yeah. Get it done.
Just
Yeah, their
wait.
forward grips, their little stubby forward grips are by far my favorite out of all manufacturers out there.
They got a
Yes.
variety of different size of the forward grips. So a lot of options there. They're coming out with new products all the time. I think I don't know if I'm supposed to say it or not, but I think they got some new iron sights coming out.
Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Hell yeah.
You didn't hear that from me. Seal one and done. Go to seal1.com. Use code LEADHEAD. Get 25% off. And they've got their new clean rod system.
Yep.
So you want the world's
nice.
best clean rod system, you go to Seal One, use the code LEADHEAD, and you're gonna get a big old fat 25% off from there.
And their lubricant smells and tastes delicious. Not that I would know, but it
It's
does.
so good.
It's like a beard balm.
It's so good. I love it.
You got to get some of that for your beard, Danny.
I think it moisturizes too.
Yeah,
I don't know. You
they should get into that business for sure.
can put it on your lips, if you're out in the desert at the range, it's real, just kind of lube them up a little bit. But you want to wipe it off because it's a dry lube.
Right.
You got to follow directions. So you put it on and you got to wipe it off. Still one done. We were talking about the Kraken cases earlier. You go to krakencases.com. Use the code TALKINGLEAD. They got to be different. Talking Lead, you're going to get 10% off there. And then for Patriots, if you're a prepared-minded individual, you're going to want to go to 4 Patriots and look at the big variety of products that they have there.
Yeah. And even if you're not a prepared mind, even if
Well, you
just,
need to be.
yeah, you need to be, but also, man, like storm rolls through, like having that stuff is so important. Just some dehydrated meals, they last forever. Put them in like a bucket with a little gamma seal lid, and you're set. Like I'm
Yeah.
all about that
They've
stuff.
got
So.
3-month survival food kits. They've got a 1-year survival food kit. They got a 4-week, 2-week, 3-month, 72-hour, or you can just buy individuals
Yep.
packets. But then not just the food. They've got power items too.
Yeah,
So they've got like
solar
power
generators.
cells. They've got Patriot generators. They've got a cooler. They've got a solar powered cooler. That's kind of cool.
We need to get you one of those solar generators so we can do podcasts with you way out in the nature, out on some gun
know.
ranges.
I'm telling you. The Sun Kettle solar cooker. They've got a Patriot Pure outdoor filtration water cooler system, and they've got a ultimate water filtration system. So things that you're going to need when the grid goes down. RV and
Yep.
camping. They've got a camp stove, the solar fridge that I was talking about. They've got the waterproof fire starter packs. Those are really cool. They have flashlights. They got bug out solar lanterns. They even have Patriot Power Greens. Nutritious.
Nutritious greens.
Add water. Drink. It's like those things that you hear Rogan talking about. It's something power. What's his green stuff he does? I don't know.
That
Like a
AG1
powdered
or
mixed
something like
drink?
that.
Something like that. I don't know. People who are into the healthy stuff. You know, I like my Bojangles biscuits. So.
Hell yeah.
Whatever keeps you moving, buddy. Whatever keeps you moving.
But the Power Greens is a doctor-developed formula first tested on older military members and veterans to support day-long energy, reduces inflammation, and healthy aging. Each scoop delivers a combination of over 60 tasty ingredients, including more than 40 fruits and vegetables, superfoods, probiotics, and other nutrients. So this is like a big super power food thing that you can
Yeah, that's cool.
you can
Sounds
drink.
like you could put in like a protein shake or something.
You can make smoothies with it. You can put it in your
Yeah.
protein shakes, or you can just add water and drink it. So
I drink that shit dry, man. Just dump the powder right in.
you probably do your pre-workout that way too, don't you?
Yeah.
Get big old ulcers in your mouth.
Yeah.
So
Start foaming at the mouth.
go to 4patriots.com, use the code LEADHEAD, all caps, and it's 10% off your first purchase. So go and show them the love, guys, because we want them to come back as sponsors and up your discount and take care of you guys. Maybe they'll start doing some giveaways and stuff with us too. But they got to see that you're hearing them, you're supporting them, because they're supporting us.
Yeah, go message them on Instagram. Let them know what's up. Say, let them know Talking Lead sent you.
That's right. That's right. So we just did the big giveaway, made the announcement a few episodes back. So congratulations to that winner. I mean, believe it or not, we've got another one in the works. That's all I'm going to say about it right now. But stay tuned. You got to keep listening. Evan, what do they got to do? How do they win on the show?
You got to participate, dog. Participation and listen.
And that's how you
participate and listen.
But
man, that
win.
lucky son of a gun, dude, that Kel-Tec package, Mission First, dude, all those people.
Yeah.
Dude, he knows what's up now.
Yeah, but as of this recording, he hasn't responded yet. So
well, he's got to listen.
If he doesn't respond, I give him 2 weeks, and it hadn't been 2 weeks yet. But if he doesn't respond, we're gonna pick another winner. So you're telling me there's a chance?
That's what I say to all the ladies.
Yeah, I can't believe this guy won't respond because he got the secret password. So you definitely had to listen to get the secret password because I didn't give it anywhere else but on the podcast.
Yep.
And that secret password was
fucking eagle piss, dog.
Eagle piss.
I'd have never guessed that, man.
That was so fun.
That's why it's a secret password.
Yeah.
I don't make it, and I got people just email me. He's like, I listened and I never heard the password. Can you give me the password? Can you give me the password?
Well, they'd throw out a whole story as to why they deserve to just listen or just get the password from you, opposed to listening.
I know. If they'd have just
listened,
if they would have just listened instead of putting all that effort into this boo-hoo, whiny, poor me, give me the password, they would have got it. But no, that was for dedicated listeners only. So.
Yep. That's some good stuff, though, for sure.
But we got another one coming in the works. So I dare say it's probably going to be bigger than the last one.
Holy.
We might spread this one out, though. Instead of one person gets it all, we might, like we did the previous one where we did the packages. We had what 7 packages the last time?
Yeah.
It was an awesome giveaway. So, but that's all I got, guys. Leadheads, appreciate it. Go support our sponsors. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Rumble, like our stuff, share our stuff.
Yep.
Keep us in the mix. Go follow Evan. If you're not following Evan, he's Flood Munitions on the grams. You're on all the other stuff. Where are you on the other stuff?
Just about everything. I even have a Rumble. I've got like 2 followers, making it big over there. Oh. But YouTube, Instagram is what I'm really trying to grow. Do little this and that on
Oh,
Twitter, but
you-
not much. I know.
Dude, get off that shit.
Dude, I can't grow Rumble like you can, Mr. Big Time over here. So
Oh yeah, I got what 90 followers on Rumble so
I was
far.
gonna say 90,000, but you know,
Bunch of lazy asses. Get out there and follow me on Rumble, lead heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, making me look bad. Danny,
I just followed you.
Dip123.
Yep, dip123.com or dipstickbranding.com are both our websites. I don't do a ton on social media. I'm not like one of you young bucks.
I'm older than you. What are you talking about?
I know a guy.
Well, I got Evan. I got Evan now handling my social medias, making
Pay me
me
all those big bucks.
Instagram famous.
Ooh,
That's what it's all about these days.
That's
it's all
right.
about that Instagram angle. Hold on,
Yeah.
on hold.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
The selfie.
You just have to go crazy
Instagram.
on a plane or a train or something. You'll go Instagram famous for sure.
I'm so afraid one day I'm going to do that. It's going to go ballistic on somebody, and there I am.
Yeah.
Can't
As long as they're tagging you, that's all that matters, man. There's talking lead over there.
After I do it, I'll say, oh, tag me. At Talking Lead. Tag me on that. But no, that's it.
stuff.
Evan, I had a great time. It was a great trip.
Yeah.
Glad you could go and experience the IV88. Get that experience too. So you got the SHOT Show under your belt. You got the NRA under your belt. Got the IV88 under your belt. What else we
Yeah,
got?
man. I don't know. What's next? They just canceled Red October. I was pretty bummed about that. I was really hoping to make it down because that's fairly close to where I'm at. So I was going to drive down and try my hand at competing, but that was canceled. So it's
Yeah.
what it is.
Are
But
they doing Kalash Bash this year?
they are. That's what dude, I got to get there. Clash Bash is a must for me.
Texas.
So,
We remind me. We'll look into that. See
yeah,
see what's up
that'd be
with that.
epic. But yeah, man, thank you so much. Like it, I really appreciate it. Inviting me out there and
Glad you make. Too bad
making it
Danny's
happen.
father-in-law sold his lake house.
Yeah, I heard about that. That sounds pretty awesome. I mean,
That was our
awesome.
mainstay. That's where
It
we would go
was.
every year.
Yeah, no, it was good, but we're trying to buy some land now, so hopefully we can just have the Leadhead and Friends range day or something.
Do a talking
If
lead.
we find a big enough piece. I don't know. We like to blow stuff up, so.
So guys, go and support Danny. Buy the talking lead stuff. If you've got stuff you want made, shirts, hats, I mean, leadies, you do it all. You can do challenge coins. You can do. I mean, stop me if I say something's inaccurate. Do you do laser and engraving on stuff?
Yes, sir. Just CO2 laser. I don't have a fiber, so don't send me your NFA stuff.
There you go.
I
There you
cannot engrave deep enough on that.
That's what she said. So
Well, and I gotta say,
Story
Danny,
of
like,
my
you're doing
life.
it right too, man. Like the material you're using, not just the shirt material, but I don't know how this decals or I don't know anything about it, but like I've worn those shirts where it feels like they were just like wax pressed on, and it's like really hot where the logo is. I don't like that. But this is so comfortable, so I can appreciate the work and dedication you're putting into these. So thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, of course. I'm gonna be hitting you up for some Flood Munition shirts here soon.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. brother.
Obviously, don't hit up my Instagram because obviously I'm not very good at checking it.
yeah, go to his website. Get in touch with Danny on his website. That's where you go, and that's Dipstick Branding or Dip123. Either one.
Yes, sir.
We'll get him. So, all right, guys, that does it for another episode of the Talking Lead podcast. Big thanks to all our sponsors. Big thanks to my guests, Evan and Danny. Thank you so much for being on, taking the time, and Danny, again, for all the years that you've helped us out and helped the Leadhead Brigade out with the leadies and the shirts and the hats and everything. Really appreciate you, and you're a good buddy. Love you, man.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, man. Love you too.
Fucking adorable.
Keep talking to me sweet, Evan. You'll get one too.
Hell yeah.
You go.
Can't wait.
Give me a call, brother.
Enough of this mushy shit. Until the next episode, Leadheads, as always, keep your loved ones close
Your firearms closer.
and your dipstick branding Something.
Something. I don't know.
You just hold up.
It's a black powder right here, boys.
Ooh.
She said she didn't our thing.